Okay, so I just read a comment by someone that commented on my video about, I don't know, I didn't watch it. And he said you should really listen to yourself talk. You go off on unrelated topics. Um, I'm under the influence of some sort of sedation drug. These people have drugged me repeatedly for the last 12 years. I don't even know what the drug has been at times. I'm guessing propofol for a while there in Hawaii, when I was finding injection marks like the one I found on my hand. Um, there's that little tap there. Um, for me to be able to maintain normalcy is uh, just impossible, unrealistic um, expectation. I have word finding difficulties. I'm constantly sick and feel sick and emotionally dealing with being raped and sodomized and tortured and having my hair cut off all the time. And um, you're not really considering what I'm actually going through if you're making comments about, you know, if you're trying to be helpful and try to say that, I'm not able to coherently help myself or whatever, sure, you're more than welcome to help. You see my finger, um, even that, super painful. It's not just a cut. Whatever they're using is causes an extraordinary amount of pain and causes immobility in my finger. And then when the toxins get thick in the air, it hits that open wound and it just burns and burns because it burns just on the skin. So there's just so many things I'm dealing with at one time that judging me about the way I'm trying to document what's going on, like as I'm sitting here being drugged, watching my animals be sick, watching my 20-year-old cat lose its voice because of what's in the air in a hotel room I checked into at 5 o'clock this morning. Um, I literally drove around, tried to just stay conscious most of the night, and ended up in a 7-Eleven parking lot, and God knows what happened there for the 2 hours that I kept going in and out of consciousness. Um, and then I could barely make it to getting a hotel room, and pretty sure from the state of my private parts that shit happened last night. And if you look at the lock on the door, you can literally open the door, and that thing that's supposed to stop the door from opening, you can open it enough to actually close it a little bit and flip it off. Um, I looked at that today. So I don't know. I appreciate constructive criticism on like a real intelligent level, but in a realistic level, you know, I stand by the fact that good people aren't doing what bad people do, which is networking and working together and being, I mean, you got white supremacists and black people doing this to me together, you know? That's weird. So, but good people don't do this. Good people have the mantra of, I gotta take care of myself first, you know? More of that. I actually feel it on my face. So, I mean, this is the realistic thing to me is that what I'm going through is super insane and crazy and all this shit. Um, it's only a matter of time. I mean, before this becomes more of a part of criminals' activities in the world. Um, so they stole all my shit from my bus. This is an unrelated tangent, but I was thinking about how like I just have to piece stuff together, like And how I knew that it happened in Eugene, Oregon, one of the reasons I did was because when I went into my bus the next day, it just reeked of homeless person. And even though I opened all the windows for hours and I let it just air out, I could not get rid of that stench until I literally sprayed everything in there. Um, and it's still a little, I mean, that smell is so. So literally, her and her homeless drug addict friends were all just sitting in my bus going through all my shit. Like, I know that. Even though I wasn't there and I didn't see it, like, that's how I can piece things together. Because for the amount of time that they spent in there, that's why that stench was stuck in there and stuck on the fabric in there because they were sitting all over it. It's nasty and disgusting. So, these are the animals that they're torturing. Like right now, I'm getting like all hot. That's a result of the drug. Like when they start just pouring it on, like when they start getting like they want to do the raping, they want to do the torturing, they want to do the sodomizing. They just start getting it super thick and um, like that's a puppy dream, but it's also with more convulsing than would normally be um, happening. Vivi. But anyways, so yeah, the comment that I should really listen to myself. No, you know what? You really should listen to me. Like I'm in a hotel room that I checked into at 5 o'clock this morning, and it's filled with gas, some toxic chemical, and there's gonna be people that come in here and try to rape and sodomize and torture my body and cut off my hair and twist my limbs and fuck with that foot that she keeps going after and cut my fingers with some sort of toxic knife, I'm guessing. I mean, that's a deep fucking cut. That's a deep fucking cut. um, you know? And I wake up with this shit. So, that's my life. So, are you really gonna. I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah. Yep, I go off on tangents, that's for sure. I wouldn't disagree with that. It was just a flash in the air. It was just a flash. Yeah, it was weird. Like last night, or this morning when I was nodding off before I'm guessing from the status of my vagina raped and sodomized and the pain in my anus. Um, yeah, there was a moment of seeing, like, it was like almost like a light show going off inside the room. Like, whatever that chemical is, it actually, when it hits oxygen or something in the air, it reacts and causes light.